More than tennis. Coco Gauff opens up on her mission beyond the court. More than tennis. Coco Gauff has never seen herself as just an athlete, and her latest words prove exactly why. In a sport defined by trophies, rankings, and records, Gauff is choosing a bigger purpose, one that reaches far beyond the baseline. "I've always said I want to do more than just play tennis," she revealed, offering a glimpse into a mindset focused not only on winning matches, but on making a lasting impact. From her rise as a teenage sensation to becoming a global star, Coco has consistently used her platform with confidence, maturity, and intention. Whether it's speaking out on important issues, giving back to communities, or inspiring young people around the world, she understands that influence carries responsibility. Her mission isn't about headlines or applause. It's about creating change and leaving something meaningful behind. In this video, we explore what drives Coco Gauff beyond the court, the values that shape her vision, and why her voice resonates far beyond tennis. This is a story of a champion who's not just chasing titles, but building a legacy that will last long after the final point is played. Purple Heart Tennis. Coco Gauff has never been just another tennis prodigy. From the moment the world first saw a fearless 15-year-old defeat Venus Williams on center court at Wimbledon, it was clear that something special had arrived. Yet, as the years have passed and her trophy cabinet has grown, Coco's story has evolved into something far deeper than forehands, backhands, and Grand Slam titles. For her, tennis has never been the final destination. It has always been the platform. Today, Coco Gauff stands as one of the most influential young athletes on the planet, not only because of her achievements on court, but because of her unwavering belief that success means responsibility. In her own words and actions, Coco has shown that her mission extends far beyond winning matches. This is a story of a young woman who understands that greatness is not measured only by titles, but by impact, a star born with purpose. Coco Gauff was raised in a family that emphasized values as much as victory. Her parents, Corey and Candy Gauff, did not simply train an athlete. They nurture a thinker, a leader, and a voice. From an early age, Coco was encouraged to ask questions, to learn history, and to understand the world around her. Tennis was a dream, but education, integrity, and empathy were the foundation. That balance shaped her mindset. Even as a teenager competing against seasoned professionals, Coco spoke with a maturity that surprised fans and journalists alike. She never sounded overwhelmed by fame. Instead, she sounded aware that millions were watching, listening, and learning from her. And Coco took that responsibility seriously, using her voice in moments that matter. In 2020, during a time of global uncertainty and social unrest, Coco Gauff showed the world who she truly was. At just 16 years old, she delivered a powerful speech at a Black Lives Matter protest in her hometown. Her words were not rehearsed for applause. They came from the heart. She spoke about injustice, about fear, about hope, and about the future. Most importantly, she spoke as someone who understood that silence can be as powerful as speech, but only when silence is chosen with intention. That moment changed how many people viewed her. She was no longer just a tennis star in the making. She was a leader. Coco later explained that she didn't feel brave. She felt obligated. To her, having a platform meant having a duty to use it. Tennis is a tool, not the goal. While many athletes define themselves solely by their sport, Coco Gauff has always seen tennis as one chapter in a much larger story. She has openly spoken about her interests beyond the court: business, philanthropy, education, and social change. She once said that tennis is what she does, not who she is. That mindset has allowed her to compete freely. Losses do not define her, and wins do not consume her. She plays with passion, but also with perspective. When setbacks come, and they inevitably do, Coco processes them not as failures, but as lessons. This emotional intelligence is rare, especially in someone so young. It is also what makes her influence so powerful. Giving back, action over words. Coco's commitment to change is not limited to speeches or interviews. She has backed her beliefs with action. One of the most defining moments off the court came when Coco donated a significant sum to United Negro College Fund, UNCF, supporting scholarships for underrepresented students. It was not a publicity stunt. It was a reflection of her belief that education changes lives. She has consistently highlighted the importance of opportunity, especially for young people who may not have access to the resources she was fortunate to have. In doing so, Coco has redefined what it means to be a role model. She does not pretend to have all the answers, but she shows that caring enough to act is where change begins, breaking the stay-in-your-lane mentality. Throughout history, athletes, particularly young women and athletes of color, have often been told to stay in their lane. Play the sport, win the matches, don't speak on politics, society, or culture. Coco Gauff has rejected that narrative. She believes that athletes are not robots. They are humans who live in the same world as everyone else. When that world faces injustice, silence should not be the default. What makes Coco different is the way she communicates. She is firm but respectful, confident but thoughtful. She listens as much as she speaks. That balance has earned her respect not only from fans, but from fellow athletes, journalists, and leaders across industries. Handling fame without losing herself. Fame can be dangerous, especially for young athletes. It can distort priorities, inflate egos, and isolate individuals from reality. Coco Gauff has navigated this challenge with remarkable grace. She credits her family and inner circle for keeping her grounded. They remind her that tennis rankings change, but character does not. Coco also maintains a sense of normalcy. She talks openly about enjoying simple things, music, reading, spending time with friends. These moments keep her connected to who she was before the spotlight, and who she plans to be long after it fades, inspiring a new generation. Perhaps Coco Gauff's greatest legacy will not be the title she wins, but the people she inspires. Young girls see in her someone who looks like them, speaks like them, and believes in herself without apology. Young athletes see that it is possible to compete fiercely while still caring deeply about the world. And fans see that excellence and empathy can coexist. Coco does not demand admiration. She earns it through authenticity. She has shown that you don't have to choose between being great and being good. You can be both. The future, still just getting started. At an age when many athletes are still figuring themselves out, Coco Gauff already understands her purpose. And yet, she insists that her journey is only beginning. She has spoken about future goals that go beyond tennis. Starting foundations, investing in education, and continuing to learn. She does not rush these plans. She believes in growth, patience, and evolution. On the court, she continues to chase Grand Slams, rankings, and history. Off the court, she is building something far more enduring, a legacy of impact. More than tennis, more than a star. Coco Gauff represents a new era of athlete, one where success is not measured solely by trophies, but by influence. She reminds us that sports can be entertainment, inspiration, and a force for change, all at the same time. Her mission beyond the court is not loud, reckless, or self-centered. It is thoughtful, intentional, and deeply human. In a world that often asks young people to be quiet and wait their turn, Coco Gauff has shown that age does not limit purpose, and that greatness, when paired with compassion, can truly change the game. More than tennis, more than a champion. Coco Gauff is building something bigger, and the world is watching. Tennis sparkles. As we bring the story to a close, one thing becomes undeniably clear. Coco Gauff is not just playing tennis. She's building something far bigger than wins, rankings, or trophies. When she says, "I've always said I want to do more than just play tennis," it isn't a slogan or a soundbite. It's a reflection of who she is, what she believes in, and how she views her role in the world. In an era where athletes are often defined solely by performance, Coco is choosing purpose, responsibility, and long-term impact. From a very young age, Coco Gauff was thrust into the global spotlight. The expectations were immense, the pressure constant, and the scrutiny relentless. Yet through it all, she has remained grounded, thoughtful, and self-aware. While many athletes spend years discovering their voice, Coco found hers early, and she's never been afraid to use it. Her journey shows that greatness doesn't have to be limited to what happens inside the lines of a tennis court. What truly sets Coco apart is her understanding of influence. She recognizes that being seen comes with being heard, and being heard comes with responsibility. Whether she's advocating for education, equality, or opportunity, Coco uses her platform not for noise, but for meaning. She speaks with intention, acts with empathy, and leads with authenticity. These are qualities that can't be taught through drills or training sessions. They come from character. Her impact off the court feels especially powerful because it's genuine. There's no performance, no pretense. When Coco gives back, speaks up, or supports a cause, it comes from a place of sincerity. She doesn't do it to trend or to please critics. She does it because she believes that success means nothing if it isn't shared. That mindset transforms her from a champion athlete into a role model for an entire generation. At the same time, Coco continues to deliver excellence on the court. Balancing elite competition with social awareness is no easy task, yet she manages it with grace. She proves that you don't have to choose between being competitive and compassionate, between ambition and humanity. You can chase greatness while still standing for something bigger than yourself. That balance is what makes her story so compelling. In many ways, Coco Gauff represents the evolution of modern sports. Today's athletes are no longer confined to scorelines and statistics. They are leaders, voices, and symbols of change. Coco embraces that role fully. She understands that tennis may have given her a platform, but what she chooses to do with it is entirely up to her. And time again, she's chosen impact over indifference. For young fans watching around the world, Coco's message is powerful. Your dreams don't have to be one-dimensional. You can excel in your craft and still care deeply about the world around you. You can be successful and socially conscious. You can chase personal goals while lifting others along the way. Coco shows that identity doesn't end in a profession. It expands through purpose. Her willingness to speak openly about her values also takes courage. In a world where athletes are often told to stay in their lane, Coco refuses to shrink herself to fit expectations. She understands that silence can be comfortable, but impact requires bravery. By choosing to speak, she encourages others, especially young people, to believe that their voices matter no matter their age. Looking ahead, it's exciting to imagine what Coco Gauff's legacy will look like years from now. Yes, there will be titles, records, and unforgettable matches, but there will also be lives inspired, opportunities created, and conversations changed because she chose to stand for more. Her legacy won't be measured only in trophies, but in the ripple effects of her actions beyond the court. And perhaps that's the most powerful part of her story. Coco Gauff is still just getting started. Her journey is unfolding in real time, and every chapter adds depth to who she is becoming. As she continues to grow, both as an athlete and as a person, her influence will only expand. The platform will get bigger, the voice stronger, and the impact deeper. This is why Coco resonates so strongly with fans. It's not just her speed, her power, or her composure under pressure. It's her humanity. It's the way she carries herself with purpose, humility, and confidence. It's the understanding that success is temporary, but impact can be everlasting. So as we reflect on her words and her mission, let this story serve as a reminder. Greatness isn't only about winning. It's about meaning. Coco Gauff is showing us that you can chase excellence while still striving to make the world better. That you can be fierce in competition and gentle in compassion. That you can be young and still lead. More than tennis. More than victories. More than moments. Coco Gauff is building a legacy that extends far beyond the court, and the world is better for it. Purple Heart Tennis. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.